Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining. We'll get started here in just a couple minutes. We'll wait for a few more people to join. While we're doing that, if I could ask you to pull up the chat and let me know where you're calling in from. So I'm located in central Canada. I'm just north of Winnipeg here in Manitoba. And if anyone's not familiar with Canada, Winnipeg is about halfway between Toronto and Vancouver. So I'm located right in the middle of Canada. It's about 8 hours north of Minneapolis. Yes, and happy Independence Day. Happy July 4th. I'm glad that you can make it here today, and I hope you've got some great celebrations planned for today. In Canada, we just celebrated Canada Day on July 1st, and we're happy to celebrate with our neighbors to the south on July 4th as well. Hi, Beth. Good to see you from Arlington. Hope things are good in Texas. Hope it's not too hot down there. We're enjoying our short summer here. All right, so let me share my screen. There we go. All right, so you should be able to see my screen, and we should be able to get started here very shortly. All right, so a few more people usually join as we just get started here, and that's just fine, but we'll be able to get started so we can talk about some good things today. So today's discussion is on how to launch your high quality course in less than a week with the help of AI, even if you're not tech savvy. So you're about to make your first online course sale by this time next week. And this discussion is meant to be interactive. So like Beth has the chat pulled up there, pull up the chat. If you have any questions as we're going through the presentation, just shoot your questions into the chat and I'll get your questions answered. I'll also have a Q&A at the end of this discussion. So if you have any questions, by all means, during the presentation or at the end during the Q&A, whatever you prefer, we'll try to keep it about an hour. Sometimes it goes a little bit longer if there's lots of good questions, but we'll see how it goes. Hi, Audrey, good to have you here. So I've been launching online courses for several years now. My name is Paul Turner, and I'm an electrical engineer. And I've worked on some pretty cool projects in my past corporate career, building satellites and rockets for the Canadian Space Agency, building multi-billion-dollar power generation and transmission projects in remote locations, and expanding a wastewater treatment facility not too far away from here. And while working on these projects, one thing I got very good at was taking complex engineering topics and explaining them to others in a way that was easy for them to understand, even if they didn't have a technical background. And through this, I thought, I can help others with the project knowledge that I have as well to help them understand these complex topics. That's when I discovered online courses in 2018. And that's exactly what I did is I built my own company and left the corporate world and launched my first online course in 2018 to teach other people a complex engineering topic called commissioning. Now, I'm sure you've never heard of commissioning. It's a fairly detailed engineering topic, and the details don't really matter. If you're interested, you can check out my site at commissioningandstartup.com if you want to see the site or what I've been up to or what commissioning is all about. Anyways, since then, I've helped people all over the world learn and understand commissioning with my online courses. I've worked with some of the biggest companies in the world, helping their project teams understand commissioning and saving them millions of dollars. It's really been a great experience. I've met some wonderful people and I've had some amazing discussions with people all over the world. And there really is no better feeling than waking up in the morning and seeing course sales on your phone that took place overnight while you were sleeping from people in countries that I had never even heard of, that I guess found me on LinkedIn, submitted their application or found my website and enrolled in one of my courses. When we put our information out there on the internet, the power of the internet and the power of social media is really pretty incredible. And you can do the same with the knowledge that you have as well, helping others solve their problems based on the knowledge that you have. So can you see on this screen how life-changing regular sales like this would be? The people that have joined my programs have been absolutely thrilled. Their feedback has been over the top positive. They're excited to join my programs and get the expert knowledge they need for their projects. And they're just so thankful I was able to take a complex topic like commissioning and finally make it easy for them to understand. And now, with the help of AI, what used to take me months to create and launch a course can now be done in less than a week. And I'm going to show you how to do the same so that you can launch your course in less than a week as well and start making online sales in 1 week from today. So, wouldn't that be pretty cool? Aren't you glad to join me today so that you can get your course launched too? Yeah, absolutely, Beth. Thanks for joining. I'm happy to give you some good information here. Now, just to be clear though, this is not for you if you're looking for some get rich quick scheme. We all know that if you want to put in the work, you're going to need to put in some effort to achieve success online, right? There's no magic formula, not that I'm aware of anyways, to turn your laptop into an ATM that spits out cash. That just doesn't exist. This is also not for you if you want to create some low quality $7 course. We're not producing low quality courses here that nobody wants. We're only producing high quality courses and getting AI to help us where it makes sense. Nobody wants to learn from an AI chatbot. We're not producing some low quality, crappy AI generated course. They're purchasing courses because they want to learn from you. And that's how we're going to use AI, is to leverage and increase our productivity, but still producing genuine, authentic courses. So if you're looking for the $7 AI generated courses, then this isn't for you. If you're not willing to put in the effort, then this isn't really going to work. But if you are willing to put in the effort and you want to share your knowledge with the world, then you can get your course launched and start learning online marketing for your course pretty quickly. And creating your course is really the first step in your online course journey. There's more to learn, of course, when it comes to sales and marketing of your course, but the best way to learn is by having something to sell. Once you get your first course launched in the next week, I've got lots of other resources to help you as well with sales and marketing, so you can continue to learn and grow and build your online course business. Today, I'm going to show you the most efficient method to create and launch your first online course so you can get started with your online course journey and continue to learn and grow your online business. And at the end of this presentation, if you'd like some help getting your course launched, I'll show you how you can do that in the next 7 days with our help, because AI makes it super easy to launch your first course in a week, and I'm going to show you how. First thing a lot of people want to know when I give this presentation is just tell me what to do. How can I start making money online now? But there's a little bit more to it than that. We don't just want to create any old course. We want to create a course that people actually want and that we can actually sell. So first, let's address the problems of what not to do before we talk about what to do to launch your profitable and scalable course. Some of my first online courses were an absolute failure. Nobody explained to me what actually goes into a profitable and scalable online course. I had to make a lot of mistakes on my own to figure this out in the early years. And what I've found is that there are 3 common mistakes that a lot of course creators make that make it much more difficult later to actually sell their course. Because selling information products is much different than selling physical products. It's much different than going on Amazon and buying some plastic widget. There's no list of courses where people are just going to purchase. It does require a bit different approach when you're selling information products. And if you avoid these 3 mistakes, you'll have much more success with your online course. So what are these 3 mistakes? Mistake number 1 is that there's no demand for the problem that you solve. Nobody wants what you're offering, right? We've been told as entrepreneurs to identify a problem, then create a solution to that problem and sell the solution. But this isn't always true. You may have been told to follow your passion, but passion will only get you so far, because if you're passionate about solving a problem that very few others are interested in solving, then you're not going to have much success with your online course. You're going to have a hard time finding people to sell your solution to. You see, we don't just want to We don't want to try to create demand for our course. That's a very tough game to play. And I'm sure you don't want to become an expert at sales. We want to make this as easy as possible on ourselves, which means you need to pick a course topic that people are already searching for. Essentially, what we want to do is we want to put our offer in front of an already existing stream of demand and channel that demand towards our irresistible offer that basically sells itself. And I'll show you how to do this today with the help of AI. I've been down that road of not knowing that I had a bad offer. I had heard the term irresistible offer many times, but I didn't actually know how to create one or really what it truly meant. So I'll help you avoid this dead end and make sure you've got a great offer right from the beginning. Because it's exactly like Stephen Covey says in his book, 7 Habits of Highly Successful People. His habit number 2 is begin with the end in mind. And what is the end game when creating an online course? It's to create a course that people actually want, to create a course that solves real problems for real people, and that solves a problem that people are already searching for. And the decisions you make when you're first creating your course will determine how successful your course is in the end. So I'm going to show you how to get your course going in the right direction before you even have to spend any time creating it. The second mistake I see a lot of course creators making is getting bogged down with all the tech. This is online courses, so there's a little bit of tech involved, but as an engineer, the tech comes pretty easy to me, but I see a lot of other people that are not tech savvy at all, and they don't really even want to be tech savvy. They've thought about creating a course for years, but they just don't know where to get started so they can get their online course launched without having to figure out all the tech and get bogged down with all the nuts and bolts of putting this all together. The great thing about AI is that AI takes all those tech issues away and gives you a huge advantage to create your high quality course exactly how you want it without having to understand any of that tech stuff at all, while also allowing you to add your personality and your expertise that people are looking for so that you can deliver an amazing course to your customers. Unfortunately, when course creators get stuck due to a tech problem, it prevents them from getting their knowledge out to the world, which is a shame, really, because as humans, we're meant to share and learn and help each other grow and succeed. But when a tech issue gets in the way, it just limits collaboration, which is not good for anyone, not good for you and your online business, and not good for helping others online as well. The internet and social media provide us incredible communication tools to reach as many people as we want. And we just can't let the tech issues hold us back from that level of communication, from sharing and growing and helping the world become a better place. So don't worry, I'll show you today how to make it easy to launch your first online course so you can share your expertise with the world. Mistake number 3 is getting stuck with monthly expenses. Now, when you're just starting out with your online course, you absolutely do not want any monthly expenses. It just kills your profitability and kills your motivation because it becomes so mentally draining if you're just trying to sell your course to cover a few $100s of monthly software costs before you can even make a profit. So we want to avoid any recurring monthly costs when you're starting out to sell your course. So you can at least have some breathing room as you're just getting started. I'm sure you can agree that no monthly expenses when you're just getting started is a good idea, right? Otherwise, if you've got a bunch of monthly expenses that you have to cover, you just end up on the hamster wheel just trying to cover your costs. And I've been there, it's no fun at all. So, all the software you use to build your online course must be absolutely free and not just like a 14-day trial, free forever until you reach a certain level of sales. Only once you're making consistent monthly sales of, say, a few $1,000s does it make sense to start paying for software. Until then, you do not want any monthly recurring expenses. I've seen others offering AI to help people create online courses only to sell them into their platform at the end once they've got their course and get stuck with monthly expenses. And that's not cool. All the software that we use to build online courses has a free forever plan so that you can avoid all the monthly recurring expenses that others are trying to get you to pay. So there is no need for monthly expenses when you're just getting started. So these are the three most common mistakes I see a lot of people making with their online courses. They're not doing the proper market research to confirm there is demand. They're getting defeated by the technical aspects of launching their course, and they're getting stuck with monthly expenses, which causes them to lose money rather than actually make money online. So once you get past these three issues and get started in the right direction right from the beginning, creating your online course becomes so much easier, especially with the help of AI, which I'll show you today. When course creators make one or more of these three common mistakes, it just kills their hopes and dreams, and it's a very frustrating experience. This is what we refer to as the wishful course creator. Someday, one day, right? They've thought about creating a course for a while, maybe a year or two or more, but it's never actually gotten done. It's easy to avoid these three mistakes, and I'm going to show you how with the help of AI so you can get your profitable and scalable course launched within 1 week from today. So any questions so far? Is this making sense? Let me know if there's anything in the chat that you want to confirm before we move on to what are the actual ingredients that go into creating an online course. Great, Audrey. Glad this is making sense. Okay, let's get into some good stuff here. Let's talk about the 8 ingredients that go into creating your profitable and scalable online course. And we'll go through each one of these in a little bit more detail in the next few slides, but this is what is the fundamental elements that need to go into creating an online course. So of course, your customer, right? You need to understand your customer avatar's deepest desires, even better than they understand themselves, what their deepest desires and their wants are to solve their problems. Your niche, this is important because you need to choose a profitable niche with an already existing stream of demand. Remember, we don't want to try to create demand. We want to put our offer in front of an already existing stream of demand. Your landing page, you need a high converting landing page that entices your customers to engage with your content. Your lead magnet, you need an irresistible lead magnet that gives your customers big, fast value and a quick win right away, so that they can see that you're the person to solve their problems. Your email sequence, a lot of people will tell you that email is dead, but building your list is one of the most important things, and you need an engaging and a persuasive email sequence that helps your customers to know, like, and trust you in a short amount of time. People will tell you that people don't read email. Well, that's probably because the emails are too boring. But when you write highly engaging emails, then people are going to open them and people are going to read them. So we want to focus on providing value in our emails so that people are actually opening them and reading them. Your offer, this is probably the most important thing out of all of this, is you need an irresistible offer that is easy to sell, that sells itself. This includes your checkout page and your payment processor, of course, but I see a lot of people get their offer wrong, and I'll show you how to use AI to help us with creating our offers. Your course outline, you can't just take all your information and dump it into a course. You need a compelling course outline that gives your customers the transformation they are looking for in the most efficient manner. And of course, your course content, you need high quality content that is easy for your customers to follow. And most importantly for you, we do not want any video editing. We don't have time for that, to get bogged down in hours and hours of video editing. We want a solution that doesn't require any video editing. Beth just says, you just described me on the Course Creator Wannabe. Plan to proactively use your advice and move forward after this webinar. Absolutely, Beth. We're happy to help get you going here in the right direction, and I'll show you some helpful tools that can help you with some of your efforts there too. So when you have each of these ingredients to make your online course, sales are automated, which is a pretty cool thing, right? That people can buy your course while you're asleep. All these ingredients are linked together and your customers can purchase on their own. When it's all automated in a system here, your workload becomes a lot less and you're finally able to get your message out to the world and start making an impact. However, when you're missing one or more of these ingredients, your course just won't sell. Remember, selling an information product is much different than selling a physical product, and you'll end up creating a lot more work for yourself than actually being able to sell your course. So We can get all this set up in a week because we use AI to do a lot of the work for us. And I'll show you exactly how we do that. So let's start with your customer avatar research. If you need any help completing your customer avatar research, this is a tool. I'll paste the link in the chat here. This is a tool that you can use to help you with your customer avatar research, because we need to understand our customers very deeply so that you can create your offer to exactly match what they need and what they're already searching for. And when you think about AI, you think about ChatGPT, it was trained on the entire history of human psychology that was put on the internet over the last 30 years, which makes it perfect for learning about your customers' wants and desires. It's like ChatGPT was made for online courses and online marketing. It's such a helpful tool. And the tool I've pasted in the chat there, it's super simple to use. Just copy and paste the prompts into ChatGPT. There's a little video that tells you exactly how to use it. So with this, you can make sure you're getting the right offer in front of the right people, which makes your course a lot easier to sell once you get it complete. The next tool is our niche validator. Remember, we don't want to try to create demand. We want to put our offer in front of an already existing stream of demand and steer that demand towards our offer. And you can verify your niche. The data is all publicly available if you know where to look. We use information from Google Trends. We use information from Facebook Ads Library to validate your niche. And if you need any help validating your niche, I'll paste another tool in here that you can take a look at. This one is super helpful to make sure you've got a profitable and scalable course idea that people are already looking for before spending any time creating your course. So this tool gives you confidence that you're pursuing a profitable and scalable online course. And this is something I wish I had years ago before I started creating courses and offers that turns out weren't going in the right direction. So this will help you validate some of your ideas and thoughts and course topics here before spending a lot of time creating the course. It's super easy to use, just like the other one. There's a little video, you cut and paste the prompts, and you'll be able to confirm you're starting with a good idea before spending any time creating it. So the tool is actually based on the Choose method by Ryan Levesque. He's got a book called Choose, and it works pretty good. Maybe you're not sure what course topic to create, or maybe you've got a few ideas and you're on the fence between some ideas you would like to create for your course. I've got another tool that can maybe help you refine your course idea a little bit too, or maybe brainstorm some ideas on what you might want to create. This one is an idea generator based on the experience that you already have. So you can use that tool. You can tell ChatGPT a bit about yourself, kind of what experiences you've had if you've worked in the corporate world, and what your areas of expertise are. ChatGPT will help you generate some ideas on what might be some good course topics. So if you're not sure on what course you want to create, that's a super helpful tool as well to help brainstorm some ideas. So grab these links in the chat and you can brainstorm some ideas and confirm if you've got a profitable and scalable niche. So the next item you'll need is a high converting landing page. This is to get your leads to sign up for your lead magnet. Now, the software that we use is ConvertKit. I like ConvertKit because it's free forever for your first 10,000 leads. So that'll get you going for quite some time until you get several thousand leads. It also has landing pages included. Plus, it's got all the automation to link everything together. So when you're first getting started, you don't need a website yet. That can come a bit later. It's not required to get started. And in fact, some people you see online, they never have a website. It's just an additional expense and additional tech stuff that you just don't need right now. So that's why we use ConvertKit, is because it has landing pages built into it already. And that's all you need is a high converting landing page to get your leads engaged and start downloading your lead magnet. And the great thing about AI is ChatGPT does a great job to write your landing page copy. It actually writes copy way better than I can. I'm not an amazing copywriter, but look at this example that's on the screen. The top green arrow is landing page copy that I wrote, and it was the beginning of the page. It didn't have a whole lot of views, but it showed a conversion rate of 20%, which is not bad. It's okay. It's on the lower end of a high converting landing page. But just with that small amount of data, I was able to see that maybe ChatGPT can do better. So the second green arrow is landing page copy that ChatGPT wrote, which increased conversions to 33% and 42%. And that's pretty incredible that ChatGPT doubled my conversions for me. This is small data, but if ChatGPT can write great copy better than I can, then I don't need to hire a copywriter anymore. I don't need to be great at copywriting. Is we can use the AI tools to help us write a lot of this stuff. So it saves you time, it saves you money. And with the prompts that we use, ChatGPT writes your high converting landing page copy for you to get you the highest number of engaged leads. And it's pretty amazing when you see it in action and how it can help you write copy like this. So is there any questions so far? Is this making sense? Those links that are in the chat there, are those going to be helpful to get you pointed in the right direction here to start creating your course? It is really pretty impressive how well ChatGPT can write high conversion copy for us. And when I show people that join our workshop how some of this works, they're pretty amazed by the results that they can get. So you'll need an irresistible lead magnet, and not just any old boring PDF that nobody really wants or wants to read anyways. This is another download that gets filed away. The key to a great lead magnet is that it must be something that your ideal customers actually want, that solves a real problem for them and gives them big, fast value. It needs to give them a quick win, right? And essentially reveal the next problem that they will need to solve, which is your course program that you're going to help them with. So how do you find out what they want? Well, that's in your customer avatar research in the tool that I've given you there. So we can find out exactly the ideal format that your audience likes to consume information, and we find out exactly what they're already searching for, and then we give it to them for free in a lead magnet. And that's how you get highly engaged leads, is by aligning that lead magnet with your ideal customers. And because we use AI, it's easy to test multiple lead magnets because we can get ChatGPT to suggest content for each one of them, which saves us a bunch of time, and we can create a lot of lead magnets really fast. When you take these suggestions and update them with your expertise, then you're able to quickly create amazing lead magnets. And this is the reason that we can get this all done in a week, is because we're using AI to help us out. Susan is saying my abstract should take care of this. Absolutely, yep. A lot of the things we're getting from AI, from ChatGPT, we'll use them as suggestions, but you as the course creator, as the expert, you still know better than AI, and that's what people want to see, and they're paying for your course for, is to get the expertise from you, right? So we use a lot of these as suggestions, as guides, but we want to layer our expertise, our existing knowledge or information, abstracts if we have them, on how to deliver our course even better than what AI can suggest. So with ChatGPT's help, you'll never run out of leads when you get help building ideal lead magnets. So we'll need a persuasive email sequence to nurture your leads. And again, we use ConvertKit, which is free forever for your first 10,000 leads. Your email sequence essentially nurtures your leads and directs them to your sales page. And people buying info products, they do require some nurturing. It's very different than selling physical products. It's rare that someone will go to your sales page and purchase your course on the first visit. They need to get to know, like, and trust you over time, right? And this is done with engaging lead magnets, as well as your engaging persuasive email sequence to help people get to know you and get to know, like, and trust you. And ChatGPT is a big help here as well, because your emails and your lead magnets are only going to be useful if people actually open them and actually read them, right? And as an engineer, my emails are usually pretty boring. So I get ChatGPT to write attention-grabbing subject lines that get customers' attention and get them to actually open them and read emails. And it's been a huge help. So we can get ChatGPT to write your engaging email copy So your customers are excited to open and read your emails rather than the typical stories you hear from a lot of people. They say that email's dead. Well, that's not really the case. It's just likely that emails are too boring and people don't want to read them. Again, you don't need to be an amazing copywriter. The prompts we use to generate high converting copy for you so you can focus on providing value rather than learning to become a copywriter. So one of the most important aspects is your irresistible offer. The goal, of course, is to get the right offer in front of the right person. And when you do this, then that alignment becomes so much easier and selling becomes so much easier. ChatGPT helps us with this as well to create the ideal offer that your customers are already searching for. An irresistible offer so good that your customers would feel stupid saying no, right? I'm sure you've probably heard that expression before. It's pretty common in the online world. But when you put this offer, the right offer in front of the right person, there's really no reason to sell because your course will essentially sell itself because it's something that people already want. And AI helps you create your irresistible offer so that there's no guesswork. I see a lot of course creators overlook the importance of their offer and struggle for a long time until they fix their offer. But with ChatGPT, you can create your irresistible offer right from the start. So selling your course becomes so much easier. With your offer, you'll of course need a high converting sales page, your checkout page, and your payment processor. And the software we use is Thinkific because it has a free forever plan to get started, and it has a payment processor already built in, and it's pretty easy to use. So we like to get started with that one because it has a free forever plan. The prompts we use for ChatGPT write your high converting sales page copy for you so you're able to get the right people to enroll in your course. How many emails should be in your sequence? That's a good question, Yvette. So that's always going to depend on your audience. Some people will need a longer nurture sequence than others. In the case of some of my engineering courses for commissioning, the average time to when someone would join my email list to when they would purchase was 90 days. So they needed quite a long email sequence, and I had it set up to send them a weekly email. For something like the example I use in the workshop is a puppy training, potty house training course. So that's more of an urgent problem. If someone has a dog that's making a mess of the house, they want a solution now. So maybe they only need one or two emails before they're ready to commit and solve that problem. So it's going to depend on your audience. And some people are going to take longer to nurture than others. But someone doesn't, in the case of a house training a puppy, someone doesn't want to read 5 weeks of emails before engaging in your solution. They need a solution now. Can you repeat that software again, please? Absolutely, yep. So, and I'll go through this a bit more, but the software we use for the course and sales page and course content is Thinkific. So the two big ones that are out there are Thinkific and Kajabi. I've used them both. Thinkific is a bit easier to start with, and it has a free forever plan, whereas Kajabi is a bit more expensive and it requires you to. I don't think they have a free plan, so we use Thinkific because it's great to get started, and then it can grow with you as your course sales are developing. So your highly engaging course outline. This is of course important because in order to get your students the transformation they are looking for, you don't want your course to be too long and too boring. You want your course outline to be concise and to the point. The course needs to get your students results with the minimum effort required so that you can have a long list of raving fans after they've completed your course. And ChatGPT helps us with this as well, helps structure your course outline for you too, so you know exactly what to create so that there's no extra fluff that confuses your students and you can get a clear and concise course outline that produces results. And it's much easier to get ChatGPT to write this for you rather than staring at a blank page and wondering what to create. Wouldn't you agree? I've tried that as blank sheet of paper. Okay, I'm going to start a course. What am I going to put in there? It's much easier to get ChatGPT to create 80% of what you need. And then you can, of course, update it with your expertise and add your expertise on top of it, change things, modify things. But when you can get 80% of the way there and not be staring at a blank sheet of paper, it's much easier. And the prompts we use to create our courses are a huge time saver. Yes, Michael, a lot easier. Just even as a starting point, like I said at the beginning, we don't want to just create an AI generated course, but if it can get us 80% of the way there, and then we can add our expertise in the last 20%, it's a huge time saver. And then, of course, your high quality course content needs to be in a learning management system that's easy for your students to use. And like I mentioned, we use Thinkific for this since it has a free forever plan, and also because it has a payment processor already integrated. So it's easy to use and it's easy to connect to all your other software that you might be using as well. So you can use Thinkific to create a membership too. Some people don't necessarily have a course. Maybe you're creating a subscription membership instead of a course. Thinkific is great for that too. So either way, Thinkific is a great solution, and ChatGPT can help you create your membership site and get that set up too. So one thing to keep in mind, your customers want to see you. They want to learn from you. They don't want to learn from some AI chatbot. They want to learn from your personal experiences and your expertise. And this is where you can add your personality, is in your course content. This is not where you want to use AI. Your students don't want to learn from an AI system. Even there is, in fact, software that you can use to create your course content and all automated systems, but I don't recommend that you do that. People are purchasing your course to learn from you. And it's one of the reasons the online course industry is booming, is because people are looking for authentic experiences in a world that is full of misinformation, right? So give your students a truly engaging experience with the best version of yourself. And this is how you can do that. There's two types of course content that you can choose to create. You may have a presentation or a screen share that you want to present and record, or maybe you have a live action recording where, say, someone is a fitness instructor and they're demonstrating their 10-minute session on the mat, or maybe you're working on a whiteboard and drawing and explaining things there. These are both easily recorded by yourself with simple tools to make recording effortless. And like I mentioned earlier, we do not want to do any video editing. It just takes too much time. So the prompts that we use to create a course outline, get ChatGPT to structure your course in small bite-sized pieces. And this is for two reasons. One, so that it's easy for your students to learn. Nobody wants to watch a series of 2-hour videos. It's just very discouraging. And two, so they are short videos that do not require any editing. We don't have time to edit videos, and we don't want to go down that rabbit hole either. Rather than spending an hour editing a 5-minute video, just re-record it in 5 minutes. That way, you don't have to learn any complex video editing software, and you do not have to pay someone to edit your videos. It's just much easier when we structure courses this way. We want to make this as easy and as fast as possible so you can avoid any video editing. And I'm sure you don't want to spend your time editing videos, right? All of this gets integrated and linked together in an automated funnel so people can purchase your course anytime, even while you're asleep. And this on the screen is the automated funnel that gets created. All the software to create this is free to get started. So ConvertKit is free, Thinkific is free, ChatGPT is free. There's no reason to get the paid version. The free version works just fine. And we also use Canva for things like your lead magnets and your bonuses, which you can use the free version for that as well. So you don't get stuck with any monthly fees when you're just getting started out creating your first course, which is why we recommend this no-cost tech solution to create your first online course. And I'm sure you can agree that a no-cost automated system to sell your course in your sleep sounds like a great idea, right? So these are the ingredients that go into your profitable and scalable online course. And using AI is the most efficient method to complete everything we've discussed today in less than a week. Does this sound like a good idea to get your high quality course launched in the next 7 days? Who wants to get their course launched in the next 7 days? Absolutely. It's good because you don't hemorrhage money. When you're just starting out, you can be getting a few sales, But if you're just making sales to cover the cost of your software, it's a never-ending nightmare. So absolutely, when you're just getting your course launched and learning how this online course industry works, you don't want to be committing to monthly expenses. It's best to have some breathing room as you're getting your course sales going. So what I've shown you today is the most efficient way to build your high quality online course and funnel in less than a week. So if you want to avoid getting bogged down with all the tech and you want to avoid getting stuck with recurring monthly fees, you want to avoid creating a course that nobody wants, and you want to avoid delaying your course launch anymore, you need to consider how much is it costing you by continuing to delay your course launch. You're missing out on passive income by not getting your course out to the world and getting it launched ASAP. So if you want to get your course launched in less than a week and get AI to do most of the work for you, you want to get your message out to the world and start helping people, and you want to get an automated system that sells your course while you sleep, then there's a choice that you could make. You can take what I've shown you here today and you can launch on your own, and you can spend the next few months creating your first online course. And this is totally a legitimate way to go. This is what I did. And I eventually figured it out and launched my first course. And you can do the same over the next few months or even years to get this all figured out. You can think about it a bit longer and you can keep dreaming of the online course that you want to create, or you can keep watching from the sidelines at everyone else's online success while you're still thinking about launching your first course. Or you can work with me to get your course launched next week. You can make your first sale by next weekend, and you can get AI to do most of the work for you and get your first course launch so you can start generating passive income. How does this sound? Does option number 2 sound like an easier and faster approach to getting your course launched so that you can start selling your course sooner rather than later? Michael's saying, I have one course, Trading Time for Money. This would be really good to standardize and have a baseline for sure. Absolutely. Yep. All good comments in the chat there. So if option number 2 sounds like the better approach, then I want to introduce you to our Course Launch AI workshop. Our next workshop session starts on Monday, and next week we'll work together to actually get your course created and launched by the end of next week. So during next week's workshop session, we meet 3 times and we actually build your online course business together, and we get it done in real time while you're at the workshop so that by the end of next week, you have a course that's ready to sell. You're in business with your online course and there's no more delays. This is by far the most efficient method to create and launch your online course and get it all done in less than a week. We can make this easy and fast because we're able to use AI to do most of the work for us, even if you're not tech savvy. I'm not aware of a more efficient way to create and launch courses. All the other methods that I've seen require weeks or even months to create an online course, or they're trying to sell you into their platform so they can charge you a monthly fee. We've made launching courses easy so you can get your expertise out to the world fast. The method I show you during the workshop is the same that we've discussed today using all the free software that I've identified, and is the same method I use to create my online courses, and I haven't been able to find a more efficient way. With my guided support during the live workshop, you're able to finally get your course launched and be ready to start selling it online in a week. This workshop is perfect for beginners, even if you're not tech savvy or have never launched a course before, because I've made it super simple for you to create your custom course that your students will absolutely love. I guide you through every step with all the AI prompts you need to make it super simple to create your first online course and start spreading your message with the world. This is also perfect if you've launched a course in the past and you want to create courses much more efficiently with AI. You'll get a huge upgrade to your course creation process to be able to create courses even faster and better, taking a lot less time. This workshop is perfect for you to save time in your online business. So here's what's included in the workshop. During next week, there's 3 live 1-hour sessions. We meet on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. During each of those, they're about an hour-long sessions. I give you live step-by-step instructions. I give you all the AI prompts that you need. It's just cut and paste. We also have a Facebook access group. We used to be using Voxer, but we've just recently switched over to a Facebook group so that you can get support in between the live sessions. If we meet on Monday, if you're working on something in between up until Wednesday session, there's ability to ask questions and get help in between sessions so that you don't get stuck. Michael's asking, do you find the pain solutions to do something like this webinar? I'd say I am an intermediate and tired of floundering. Somewhat yet, but a lot of my experience as well, and some of the pain and problems that I've had in the past. So a lot of this might sound like it relates because I've lived some of these painful points creating courses as well. So during the workshop, this is exactly what you get is you will have completed your high converting landing page. This is important because this is where your customer's journey begins. And we need to make a good first impression. Your irresistible lead magnet will use AI to help us create lead magnets. And this is important because we need to get your customers to get to know, like, and trust you and give them that big, fast value right away. Your email sequence will create that during the workshop. And this is important because you need to continue to nurture your customers before they will buy your course package. Your irresistible offer, AI is a huge help here. And this is important because you want to make selling as easy as possible. And if you get your offer right, then that will definitely make selling a lot easier. Your high converting sales page will complete that during the workshop. This is important because you need to be able to convey the value of your offer. Your engaging course outline, like we talked about earlier, this is important because your course must be easy for people to understand and produce results for them. Your high quality course content will complete that towards the end of the workshop, or maybe you'll just have a few tasks to actually complete your recording tasks there. We want to do this correctly because this is the knowledge you know, and this is the expertise that your customers are paying you for. So we need to make sure that this is structured properly and we get that done during the workshop as well. Your payment processor checkout page, we get all that stuff set up because customers obviously need to be able to pay you. And this all uses the free software and tools that we've discussed today. So there are no monthly recurring fees that you get stuck with at the end. Once you are complete the workshop, you're ready to sell and you can start making your first sale by next weekend. And we can get this all done within the week because we're using AI to help us. So during the workshop, we meet Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for 1 hour each day. We meet at 10 a.m. Central each day for about an hour. Sometimes there's lots of good questions and it goes a bit past that. So I answer everyone's questions during the workshop. There's no hard stop at 1 hour. Sometimes we go a little bit late if there's lots of good questions. We'll take care of all the tech stuff on the first day and get that out of the way. We'll get ConvertKit set up with your landing page, email automation, and lead magnet. And we'll get Thinkific set up and ready to go. At the end of Monday's session, we'll have a few homework items. It's not a whole lot. Maybe it's just a few hours, 2 or 3 hours of homework in between sessions. And you can get that completed before Wednesday to finish your lead magnet, finish your email sequence, and finish your landing page. And I'll show you exactly what to do on Monday. And ChatGPT does most of the work for you anyways. On Wednesday, we'll determine your course outline. We'll define your irresistible offer, and we'll write the copy for your sales page. At the end of Wednesday's session, then there's only, again, a couple more hours of homework to finish your course outline and your sales page and to create any bonuses maybe that you want to include with your offer. And then on Friday, we're almost done. We'll work on your course content and we'll get all of your funnel linked together and automated so that at the end of Friday's session, the only thing you may have to do is finish recording your course content and upload your videos so that you're ready to launch. It usually doesn't take too long depending on how long your course is. Sometimes it might take a little bit longer or shorter, but you can get this all completed within a week so that by the end of the week in 3 1 hour live sessions and about maybe 6 or 7 hours of your time in between sessions, you can have your course launched and ready to sell in less than 10 hours of your time next week. That's pretty cool, all due to the help that AI provides us. Launching a course used to take between 40 to 60 hours. That's how much it took when I was first starting to launch courses. And this was probably spread out over several months. With the prompts that we use, we can launch your high quality course much faster. So when you join the workshop, you get access to our private Facebook group to ask any questions while you're creating your course or in between any of the live workshop sessions. So is there any questions about the workshop in what it includes or how it works, how it's structured? Anything else that I haven't described here that you maybe want to know in the chat? So Beth is saying, I already have Thrivecart. Is it possible to use this as part of the formula? Yes, it is, yep. With a little bit more linking in there. You can compare and see. Thinkific's checkout page is pretty basic and pretty straightforward. It actually looks very similar to Thrivecart's as well. So, but either solution, you can just change the links and steer people wherever you need. How many live sessions? So there's 3 live sessions on Monday for an hour, on Wednesday for an hour, and on Friday for an hour. Sometimes they go a little bit longer than an hour, but in those 3 sessions, what you see on the screen is everything that we can complete. I have to work during the day and would like to be in the live sessions too, but many people do the calls midday. So we do have a good option that might be helpful for you too. Yeah, because some people do work during the day and they're not able to make some of the sessions. So we do have a do-it-yourself option. I'll show you here shortly as well. For the live sessions, we do keep the group size limited to about 5 people for a workshop. That seems to work pretty well. That way, I can provide personalized support to everyone that attends the live workshops and make sure all the questions are answered and to get your course launched. So the next workshop starts on Monday, and there's a few upcoming dates to choose from as well. So if next week doesn't work from you as well, you'll see that there's we do this once in a while. In the next little while, we're doing it weekly. So you can pick next week, or you can join an upcoming session as well if the times don't work out for you. So you can save your spot. So because we're starting Monday, then registration for next week's session closes on Sunday. So grab your spot before then if you'd like your course launched fast, or you can save your spot for any upcoming workshop date as well before they fill up. Can your system be used for other languages? Well, I've not actually created a course in another language, but I have seen some incredible capabilities, especially with the use of AI to translate courses. So I don't see any reason that it couldn't. First, you'd probably want to create it in English, but then creating a different language version of it, that would be super simple. For captions, for sure. If you want to re-record your content as in a different language because you speak those languages, then absolutely that would be a piece of cake. Perplexity does for sure. Yeah, there's lots of systems that are built into it. Thinkific has some AI built into it as well. Can you please send the registration link? Yes, I think I've got that up. Let's cover the cost first, just so that you understand. So here's everything that you get in the workshop. You get the entire course launch AI system. This includes all the templates to use, the AI prompts that make it easy, and a proven funnel structure that is most commonly used in the online course industry. Similar programs, I know because I've gone through those programs, would charge you $2,000 for this. So let's assume that as a similar value. You also get my guided live support to launch your course with you. And when you join the workshop, I show you exactly what to do, which ensures that you'll get your course launched because I'm right there with you. So that essentially guarantees your success because I'm looking over your shoulder to make sure that everything is correct. So that easily provides another $2,000 in value. Now, once you get your course launched, you of course need to sell your course, and I've got the exact resources you need to help you sell your course. The first is my sales optimizer. This shows you how to fine tune your course funnel. You can increase your conversion rates so your funnel is optimized for sales. And it's not uncommon to double or triple your conversion rates, which makes a huge difference when you use this tool, since you're matching your funnel to exactly what your customers are already searching for. So this is super helpful once you actually get your course launched. When you use the sales optimizer, you can get maximum sales from your funnel. So easily adds a few $1,000s more per month in your pocket. So let's just assume 1,000. You also may be posting to social media. That's how a lot of people reach out to cold traffic to generate traffic to their landing page and sales page. My endless content idea generator makes social media content a piece of cake. This tool can easily save you many hours per week by streamlining your process to create content to post. In fact, I regularly use this tool, and when I use it, I can generate a week's worth of content in about an hour. So it's a huge time saver. So when you use this tool for social media, you'll never run out of content to post to get traffic to your landing page. It can save you 10 hours or more per week and easily save you another $1,000 in your pocket when you use that tool. If you need your more help to sell your course, I've got you covered as well, because there are a few books out there that are the de facto source for selling online. These are written by the original online marketers that have been doing this since the internet was first invented. So you get their guidance on best practices to sell your course. So for example, if you want to know how to do a launch, well, Jeff Walker's book tells you exactly what to do. And you don't have to go buy an expensive program. You can get his book for $15 and understand how to do a launch. He started launching courses in the mid 90s and is still launching today. He gives you the complete playbook for how to plan a launch. So you'll have confidence to sell your course with these resources that I've been giving you, with this gold mine of knowledge and expertise from the world's leading online marketers who give you their exact playbooks to follow. Everything you need to market and sell your course is listed in my personal book and podcast library, easily giving you another $1,000 in value and the confidence to sell your course. So you get over $7,000 worth of value when you join the workshop to get your course launched and to get the tools and resources you need to sell your course. And most importantly, at the end of the workshop, you've got a revenue generating asset. You can start selling your course right away that covers the cost of enrollment pretty quickly, and you can start getting an ROI on your investment right away. There are, in fact, other online programs that charge you more than $7,000 to help you launch your online course. So even at $7,000, this workshop would still be a good investment to launch your course. But that's not what we charge. I'm sure we probably could charge that, since there are other programs that do charge this much, but we're able to launch courses much more efficiently, so we don't need to pay that. You can enroll in our workshop to launch your course in a week for only 3 investments of $387, or if you prefer, you can pay in full and you can save 15%. We've made it as easy as possible to get your course launched in a week, so you can start making sales right away that cover the cost of this workshop in a short period of time. In fact, it only takes a few course sales to cover the cost of attending the workshop, often before you've even made your final workshop payment. And it gets even better for you to get your first course launched, because we believe you should get value first before you pay. It's like that when you go to a restaurant, right? You enjoy your delicious meal, visiting with friends and family, and then you pay at the end. When you go to the hairdresser, you get your hair cut and colored first, and then you pay the hairdresser. When you get your kitchen remodeled, your new cabinets and countertops are all installed first, and then once you're happy with the work, then you pay the final invoice. It's like that for a lot of things, so it should be the same for online services as well, shouldn't it? So to enroll in the workshop, all I ask is that you save your seat today for only $5 for the dates that you would like. When you save your seat today, you can join any upcoming workshop and get your course built and launched in less than a week. Once you see the value you get from the workshop, then you can pay the fee at the end. If at any time during the workshop you're not happy, you can withdraw and cancel your final payment at any time. You won't be charged the final fee at the end of the workshop, and I'll even give you your $5 back. I can only do this because I know that this workshop delivers. Everyone that's joined the workshop each week has been excited to finally get their course launched. And I know that you'll get the same results that you want. So even if you're not sure about launching your course, which is totally understandable if you're hesitant, I'll work with you to get your course built first. And once you're happy at the end of the workshop, then you can choose how you'd like to pay at the end. My intention is to deliver you amazing value first and work with you to build and launch your online course with the help of AI. Let's get that done first, so that you're excited to make your final payment in a week from now and start selling your online course to get your return on investment. And remember, if you want to join next week's workshop, we start on Monday, so you have until Sunday evening to save your seat. By Sunday evening, the link that you see at the bottom of the screen on the screen here won't be available anymore. Or if next week's workshop session doesn't work for you, you can also choose any upcoming date that you see on the page. I'll show you what that looks like. There's only 5 spots available for each workshop, so save your spot for only $5 before they fill up. Go to the link at the bottom of the screen and save your spot now. So if you've thought about creating your online course for a while, here's your opportunity to actually get it done in a week. Now, to some of the questions in the chat, they may not be able to attend the live workshop during the day. The times don't work, or they're working, right? Or they've got other commitments that just make it impossible to join live. We like it when people join live because we're able to help, but don't worry, we've got you covered as well if you can't, so that you can get your course launched too. You can enroll in our Course Launch AI course. This is our do-it-yourself course that you can log into and complete at any time and launch your course at your own pace. This is perfect for you if you like to learn on your own at your own pace and have the flexibility to work around your busy schedule. For anyone that has conflicts during the day, this is a good option to give you flexibility to access the course during evenings and weekends to get your course launched. And also, you get access to our private members Facebook group. So if you have any questions, you can just shoot them in there and we'll get you an answer right away. For others, you may be thinking, this all sounds good, but you just don't have time to get this all done. Well, we've got another option for you too, where we build your course and funnel for you. Our Course Launch AI Done For You service, this is where we build most of your course for you. We build your landing page, your email sequence, your sales page, and automate everything in a funnel, all with high converting copy. Then you'll add your expertise in the lead magnets, the course bonuses, and the course content that you create. So this is perfect if you're thinking, this all sounds great, but I just don't have time to get this all done to get my course launched. Choose this option and we'll help you launch your course by getting most of the work done for you. So you can book a call and we can discuss how this works a bit further. Any one of these 3 options is a great way for you to get your course launched in less than a week, depending on the level of support that you would like. With any of the options that we offer, we've got the perfect solution to get your course launched in less than a week, depending on the level of support that you would like, whether that's our self-study course option by joining one of our live workshops to launch your course together, or our Done For You service to launch your course for you as well. For all options, we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, just let us know within 30 days and we'll give you a complete refund. We want you to be excited about your new course, your new online course, and the opportunity that lies in front of you. So I guarantee that you'll be happy with any of our course launch programs, or I'll give you your money back. In the case of the workshop, well, this is pretty easy, right? Because you're not paying until after the workshop is done. So there's nothing really to refund, because if you're not happy with the workshop, then you just won't pay at the end. But if you're not happy with the workshop, then I'll even give you your $5 back. Can you do the live and the self-study options combined? I don't see why not. Yeah. If you want to join the live workshop and you'd still like to see the do-it-yourself course as well, I can give you a copy of that for sure. No problem. I'll just include that. Just let me know if that's what you'd like, and I can include that. No additional cost, just the workshop cost, and you can have a copy of the do-it-yourself as well. It's both are the same, the workshop live version or the course version. It's the same content in both of them. It's exactly the same steps and the same instructions. But if you'd like access to the recorded version as well, then yeah, just let me know. We'll hook you up. So Craig was one of the people that recently joined our workshop here. He's creating a course on good money skills mastery, and this was his feedback. Let me know if the audio is working correctly in the chat.
There's just so much information out there, but most of the information is fluff. The fluff to pay another 6 grand or 10 grand to do something else, but they're not actually giving you the meat. And you've given me just so much meat today. I just want to just tip off the hat that I don't have on to you, just based on just your authenticity and just your patience, just going through this information and giving us the real meat that we need to get this from the ground up. So thank you.
So then he also went on to say, forget all the courses out there that want to charge you thousands of dollars only to have you put even more money into your business just to get it started. Paul's tactics and value are unmatched. I easily 10x'd what I paid. So that's the type of feedback that we get from our workshops. People absolutely love it. And I'm meeting with this week's workshop attendees tomorrow so that we can finalize their courses and get them launched. So if you want to get your course launched in less than a week, then save your seat for the dates that you'd like to join. You can go to AICourseCreator.ai/workshop and then select the option that's best for you, and we'll get your course launched in a week. So I've also got another resource to help you 10x your productivity in your online business. For anyone that enrolls by the end of this presentation, I'll send you our ChatGPT prompt guide. This is what makes up a perfect prompt to get amazing results from ChatGPT, because if you ask better questions, then you'll get better answers. So this is actually what prompt engineers in Silicon Valley are using, who are getting paid like crazy sums of $300,000 per year to create prompts. And you can use this to streamline your online business as well to 10x your productivity. You can get ChatGPT to help you in any way that you want. And when you know how to create the perfect prompts, you can save a lot of time in your online business. So for anyone that registers in any of the three options by the end of this presentation, and for anyone that wants to 10x their proper productivity, I'll send you a copy of this prompt guide right away. Susan is asking if joining leads to the 385 fees, please tell me. So how this works, and I'll go through this in very specific detail, is you save your seat for $5. You attend the three workshops. If you're happy with everything, then you would pay the 385 fees after, like next week or the week after, or once you complete the workshop. If you attend the workshop and you don't find it valuable, you don't think I was able to help, and you want to withdraw at any point in time, you can certainly do that. And then you obviously won't pay the fee at the end, and I'll even give you your $5 back. So hope that answers your question. But because of that, you can really join the workshop with no risk, right? Because you're only saving your spot for $5, and you'll only pay at the end once you see everything, get the results that you want. So with the positive result that you get your course launched in a week, so there's only upside so that you can start selling your course and getting your ROI right away. And really, if there's one piece of advice I can give you, is don't overthink your first course. You don't need a website or a bunch of complicated tech. You just need to get your first course out there. You need to be able to launch fast and learn fast. And when you do that, you'll be ahead of 90% of the others. So Carla also attended one of our recent workshops. She's launching a project management course for environmental scientists. And this was her feedback was, I've thought about creating a course like this for 2 years and had no idea how to craft the whole program. I accomplished more during the workshop than I did in the past 2 years. I know from experience that I would not have done this without you. So we were happy to help her get her course launched too. And she also added that for anyone that's on the fence, take action and join now. By the end of the workshop, you'll be well on your way to getting customers and clients. So here's how this works. When you go to AICourseCreator.ai/workshop, you'll be taken to this page that's on the screen. And this page makes it easy for you to enroll. Scroll down to the bottom and you'll see these 3 purple icons. You can select the option that you prefer. If you prefer the self-study course, if you prefer the live workshop, or you prefer the done for you service, you can select those at the bottom of that page. Click on one of the purple icons to choose the option you would like. And for the done for you service, you can see there's an icon there where you can book a call and we can discuss what you'd like to create. Michael is saying, I'm unsure. I haven't gotten clients or sales. Do you have any numbers on how to get people calling or such? So that always depends on your niche. And that's why we've given you the tools to help you validate, verify that you've got a profitable and scalable niche, right? When I first started creating my courses, I didn't know any better, and I picked a bad niche and the wrong customer, and my courses didn't sell. But that's why I've put together those tools, is to help you identify the right niche, the right course topics, so that you have much more confidence in when you're first creating. So Michael, in your case, if you're unsure, if you're not getting clients or sales, I would run some of your ideas through those links that I gave you. That might help you get some clarity on some of those items. In if your offer is in alignment with your customers, that would be maybe a good suggestion that I could suggest. So if you did miss those links, they are, I don't know if you joined the Facebook group, but they're all in there as well. You can access all those same links in the Facebook group. I think they're in part of our emails that we send as well, but if not, just shoot me an email and I can get those for you. They're, scroll up the chat, you can easily just grab them there too, whatever you prefer. So once you choose the option that you prefer, when you select the self-study course, it will take you to this page and you can select if you prefer 2 payments of $287 or if you prefer to pay in full to save 15%. Both of those options are there. You can select the option that is best for you and you'll be taken to the checkout page for our course. When you choose the live workshop, you'll then be taken to this page. On this page, you can save your workshop seat for only $5. Scroll down a little bit and you'll see a drop-down menu where you can select the dates that work for you. So if you see a date in the drop-down menu, that means that there's still space available in that week's workshop. So grab the session date that you want before they fill up, if that's starting on Monday, July 8th, or any of the session dates after that. Grab your spot there before they fill up. And then once you select your date, you can scroll down a little bit further and select how you would like to pay for the workshop after it's complete. So you can choose 3 separate payments, or you can pay in full to save 15%, fill in your information, and then click submit at the bottom. And it's really as easy as that to get started with launching your course. We want to make this super easy, and that's all it takes is just going to that page. This is sometimes what people struggle with the most, is just getting started to launch their course. And we've made it as easy as possible to get started with launching your course. Once you've saved your spot, you'll be taken to the page on the screen there, which is the confirmation page. This page lets you know exactly what you need to do next, so you have everything you need to prepare for the workshop. You'll also receive a welcome email. This has everything that you need to know. So if you're logging into the do-it-yourself course or how to prepare for the workshop, all the information is in there, depending on the option that you've selected. So read this email and you'll be all set. So George was also one of our recent workshop attendees. He's creating a course on selling e-commerce, and this was his feedback.
I got to tell you, this morning I was very, very nervous about doing this. I just kind of felt like I was being thrown into the deep blue sea, and I don't know how to swim.
And how do you feel about it now?
Oh man, I'd be kicking myself in the butt if I hadn't done this. No, this is good. I'm gonna, go through the video, and like I said, I've been doing this for like 3.5 years. I tried it before and it just didn't work. I've tried doing courses. I've tried everything I'm trying for years. And now all of a sudden, everything is coming together. This is, this has been really great. I'm just blown away.
More great feedback. That's how we like to help people during the workshop. So there's a reason you signed up for this presentation. You showed up because you've thought about launching an online course, but you haven't been able to get it done yet. And the challenge most people have with creating their first online course is just taking that first step to get started. Well, we've made that first step to get started as easy as possible for you, so you can launch your course as efficiently as possible with the help of AI. There's no reason to be skeptical or hesitant, since you can save your spot for only $5 and then see for yourself how easy it is to launch your course with the help of AI. So with any of the 3 levels of support that we offer, you get the most efficient method to launch your course. And as an engineer, I like efficiency to make this as easy as possible for you. So go to AICourseCreator.ai/workshop and choose the option that's best for you. In 1 week, you'll have a shiny new online course, and you can show that to your friends and family and tell them about the money you're making online. If you've ever had any doubts about creating an online course, if you've had imposter syndrome, or you don't feel like you're qualified to teach, that you're not sure you can figure out the tech, or that you're not sure how to get it all done, well, this is how you overcome those barriers. This is the most efficient way to create and launch your online course. And all it takes is a $5 deposit to get started, and you get your online course launched in a week. So go to AICourseCreator.ai/workshop and take the first step to launch your online course business. I'll help you get your course launched in a week so that you're ready to start making money online. And if you still have questions after this presentation, you can also go to AICourseCreator.ai/workshop, scroll down to the bottom, and that big green arrow, you can book a call. I can answer any questions that you have to make sure you can get your course launched in a week. So I see, Michael, you've done exactly that. You've created the booked meeting and chose the workshop. I need to probably change the date available. My issue is I'd gone up in the chat and don't see the links. I don't have enough for that movement. Okay, no problem. I'll send them to you afterwards, and yep, we'll get everything straightened out there for you for sure. All right, so that's the end of the presentation. Let's open it up for Q&A. So if you have any questions, please shoot them into the chat, and I'll get your questions answered. While you do that, I do have a question for you. Is if you've thought about creating a course for a while, what's been your biggest challenge to creating your online course? What's prevented you from getting your course done and getting it launched out there? Has there been any barriers that have been holding you back, or have been preventing you from getting your course launched? What's been your biggest struggles with online courses and getting your information created? I have 4 ideas, and marketing research has not gotten me to do 1. Yep, so we can probably help with that and some of the tools that we send you there for sure. Let me see if I have them up here. Okay, there we go. So these were the links from earlier. You can grab those there, Michael. That'll help you get started for sure. So someone last week mentioned they're stuck with imposter syndrome. Is that something that has bothered you in the past, that maybe you feel that others know more about the topic that you're thinking about, and maybe that you don't feel that you can explain it as well as others? I know that used to be something that I thought about as well, and especially for such a complex topics that I was discussing, but there's always a personal connection that people want to make online, right? So the essential thing is that you're ahead of the person that you're helping, right? Because they're going to be looking at expert number 1, expert number 2, expert number 3, and yourself, and they're going to be looking for how they relate and connect to that individual person. So I wouldn't think that I wouldn't let imposter syndrome hold you back, because there's always that personal connection, and people are going to be reaching out to you if they connect and relate to how you're explaining the topic as opposed to the next person. So that's always helped me when I thought about it. Beth is asking, what day of the month do you charge for the 3 payments for the live option? So that's something we'll work out after the workshop. The first payment would be kind of at the end of the workshop for the first payment. Typically, we would charge every 2 weeks for the second and the third payment, but we can work with you and figure out something that works best for you and your situation. My assistant, Anne, will contact you and work out an arrangement that fits your schedule. Yeah, had me imposters, but as a business owner, not a coach trainer. Yeah, it's a common issue in the industry. So I do often get this question at this point in the presentation is, what if I don't have a big audience? How will I be able to sell my course if I don't have a following or I don't have an audience already? Well, a big audience doesn't mean a lot of sales. In fact, you don't need a huge audience to become insanely profitable. And I've got a a podcast here that I was listening to a few weeks ago. This was from a lady that had 5,800 followers, and she was making $1 million a year. I was quite impressed by it. So if you're worried about audience size, then definitely check out that podcast because it was super helpful. You'll see that a large audience is not required. The most important thing is that you're providing value and have a valuable offer. That's the most important thing. So a small audience, when you get the right offer in front of the right person, even with a small audience, that's how you're successful with this. Is this call recorded? I missed a lot of it. Yes, it is. I'll get the link out to you shortly here. Zoom just takes a little bit to process it, but once it's ready, I'll send it out to you. Do you offer assistance in creating, say, a webinar like this? You know, I have had some requests for that, and it's something I might put together because I know that would be helpful. This is kind of a webinar like this, and a live launch strategy is a more advanced selling technique, but that is something I would like to put together, especially getting AI to help create this, because putting a presentation like this together does take some effort, but when you use AI, it can make it a lot easier. So that is something I am working on as a future offer to be able to help people kind of take the next step rather than just organic sales, is to go more into a launch format. Something I'm looking at. So that's good that you're expressing interest in it. I should get working on that a bit more. Another question I often get asked is, I'm not tech savvy at all. Will I be able to keep up during the workshop? Well, this workshop is designed specifically for you. You've got great information to share with others, and we can't let the tech get in the way. And that's how we've designed the workshop, is to go through all of that tech stuff so that it makes it super simple. I show you exactly what to do, and we don't move to the next step until everyone is ready and complete so that nobody gets left behind. The workshop is really as easy as logging into this Zoom presentation, and since you managed to do that, then you'll have no problem keeping up during the workshop. Piece of cake. People sometimes ask, what if I can't get all of my course fully finished in a week? And I understand life is busy, and if you can't quite finish your course during the workshop, then you'll sure be awfully close. Maybe there's just a few last things to record, is maybe all you need to do to record your content and upload it into Thinkific. And once you get that done, then you'll be able to launch shortly after that. Either way, you'll have everything in place with just a few last things to complete that you can easily do when you have some more time during the weekend or the following week to launch your course as soon as possible. And sometimes people ask, well, what about the quality of a course created in a week, or the lack of personalization from AI? And these are valid concerns, right? This technology is new to a lot of people, and you want to make sure that you're producing a high quality course, because we certainly do not want to create a terrible course that isn't going to sell, that nobody wants. That's not what this is about. That's a waste of time. We only want a high quality course that your customers will love. And that's exactly what we create next week, is a high quality course, all automated with the right touch of personalization from you that your customers are looking for. So I show you how AI can do most of the work for you, and I show you where you need to add your personality to make your course great. You'll be able to customize anything that comes out of ChatGPT so that you can make your course exceptional. AI gives us the speed to be able to create high quality courses in a short amount of time that your customers will be amazed by. All right, so lots of good questions. I'm not seeing any more questions in the chat. So go to AICourseCreator.ai/workshop and enroll now, and we'll get your course launched in a week. I'll show you the easiest and fastest method to launch your high quality course so that you can start selling it right away. And then a few things to conclude. You're asking about the replay. I will send the replay link here. Once Zoom sends it to me and I get it uploaded into YouTube, then I'll send you that link and you can review it. And I'll also send you the link that you see on the screen so that you can save your spot for next week's workshop or any upcoming workshops so that you can get your course launched right away. So I want to thank everyone for joining. Lots of good questions, lots of good engagement. I'm excited and happy and looking forward to helping you get your course launched very soon. So have a great day. Enjoy your July 4th Independence Day if you're celebrating in the States, and we'll talk to you soon.